妈咪啊？嗯，Hello。Press， 妹妹。
No， 哪有？你看。You shut up. You shut up. You.
Stop it. Here you go.
Oh my.
Look at your legs. Hello, mommy.
Bakit anak ko bata ni Sapo?
You are on YouTube. Ito lang. Don't spoil my thing. Go away.
You know he's.
May I say hi? Come, walk slowly. May? Children, don't run, huh? It's slippery. Whose car is this, May? Uh-oh. Let me adjust. Wait. Okay, going. Seatbelt, come. Eh, mommy sit behind also ah. Okay, seatbelts. Okay. Hey, Ma. Okay, children, let's go. 我们去哪里？
阿妈家。
我们去阿妈家。好了，我们去阿妈家。没有里面。漂亮。Steering 小小的 ，OK，let's go。OK， 记得小心你脚后 adjust 我的 seat。OK， 我这个酱啊。Hello, thank you.
Why not do it?
这个椅子会太厚吗？
不会很容易
啊？
不用比很容易。
椅子
往后退后。
移到最后了嘛，所以。美，美，美，爸爸教你。子欣，子欣，你喜欢这辆车吗？为什么 ？Why you don't like this car? Why? Then you want to go out?
No.
Oh, then you like this car?
I will red color car, Mama.
Oh, you want mommy red color car. Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, sorry.
I don't like this car. They're so smelly.
So smelly. What smell is it? Shut up. 美不可以这样子跟狗狗讲话。
没有礼貌啊。
嗯。
没有人提。
没有吗？你看到下面那个一个 button 吗？
看到。
加有没有？
完了。
是啊。哦 ，OK， 有了吗？
哎，什么事情两个？
有没有？
有了。
啊，有了，开大一点。
你下去有没有讲那个？你开这是吗？你要录我先。
对啊，我录这啊，嗯。你 rest 一下吧。
OK。
好了，他们吵了你一整天。哇，老婆后面有一辆 Rolls Royce Cullinan，在我的后面。看到吗？不懂他看到吗？
嗯。
库里南。啊，我很 curious 他住哪里。不懂哎。看到吗？应该是他的 bodyguard。不懂。怎么你车这样高？你怕水？I am always amazed by this from Peugeot. So it doesn't really have a surround view camera, but it uses augmented reality from the rear cameras to simulate what it has recorded earlier on and stitched it into something like a 360. So it gives you the view of the surround view. You can see that, right? From my front and my back, surround view, but it's all generated from this. Yeah. That means it needs a little bit of experience in order to stitch things together, because if you haven't went through that path, it will not be able to capture where it has been, you know. So it's a very, very interesting approach to only. So this is what I mean. When you go into reverse, the camera comes up, but sometimes when you are driving, you actually need the camera to stay on so that you're able to navigate better, especially when there's a car coming up from behind. And is there a button for me to immediately on the camera over here? There is none, so I need the camera to pop up. Did it come up? Is it under safety? It's under safety? No. Is it under comfort? No. No. Driving functions, diagnostic, blah blah. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Go back to main menu, options, and nope, nope, nope. Navigation, nope. So the only way to activate the camera, and now there's no cache memory of what it has captured in front earlier on. It starts a new recording per se. So yeah. Anyway, the car rides very supple. Okay, it's very nice. Suspension rebound rate is very nice. Let me switch off the rear air conditioning. Off. Not bad. Okay, so that's the thing I like about French. They are egoistical people. They will not settle with a design that looks like someone else's thing and just go on with it. They want to always go with their own ways. A good example would be the new Honda Civic, right? It looks like or City, it looks like a copy of BMW plus Audi plus this and that, but Peugeot, look at that, they forged their own path, very different from everybody else. And even though it looks as if this is a cabin that focuses more on design than functionality, it is in fact the most user-friendly and practical cabin of its segment, right? You have a large space over here to drop your stuffs in. Okay, you have one for longer items, you know, and then you have the cup holders over here, not near the gear lever or whatsoever, and then you have a very, very, very spacious hidden storage over here, right? You can put a lot of stuff in there. I have no idea where this comes from. Oh, it comes from here. Does it comes from here? So it should be okay here. So you have a little tray that is covered in felt. Let me show you how deep is this. Yep, it goes deep. Okay. The glove box is huge as well, but like all French cars, the fuse box is still there. But at least this round they bothered to cover it in felt. Remember the day I commented about the Hyundai Sonata having such a high-end cabin and all that, but this one they leave it bare. But Peugeot covers it in felt, soft touch materials, and this is some fabric material that's really, really nice. And the buttons, the satin chrome surfacing that really feels like cold metal to the touch. That's really, really nice. And of course the steering wheel, the size of the steering wheel is small and it's really nice to hold, comfortable to rest your palms on. The buttons are nice to press on. Even the LCD cluster, I felt they did a better job than BMW. It's good. The pedal shifters feels great, right? It's all cold to the touch here, the metal surfaces. Even here, even if this one goes down, but you look at how they structured this part, full length door bin, big bottles, everything you can put here. It's just a very well designed cabin. However, fit and finish leaves a little bit of desirable. Leaves a little bit of desire. Look at that. The gaps are uneven, right? Even this part. These things actually show that when it comes to absolute fit and finish, the Volkswagens and the Koreans especially have an upper hand in this. But I'm okay with it because the materials are expensive. It's nice, right? The seats are comfortable. The suspension is especially good. The drive, who can argue with Peugeot's handling, right? Oh, Hyundai, look at this. This is year 2020. In fact, year 2010 or 2000, these are already around, right? This is proper. They could have put a sunglass holder here because a lot of soccer moms, they would have their sunglasses, and it would be nice to have it stored over here. Right, this is rather small. I would appreciate, you see, the windscreen area of this car is so wide and so long. There is a lot of space for me to see out from. You don't need to give me a tiny rear view mirror, even though it fits the rear windscreen perfectly well, but it will be better if this is a larger windscreen, so a larger rear view mirror, so that I maybe can catch a glimpse of my child at the back, and also through the C-pillar, no, the D-pillar window over there, that it aids when it comes to cutting lanes and all that, right? So that part would have been great. These are shortcut buttons. Alright, you see, they make proper buttons for you to jump between menus, and that's a proper way. And this is a good example of a nicely executed infotainment system with shortcut keys, because it's very straightforward, right? Music, you come here and everything is very clearly laid out. I know how to use it immediately. Just now as I was looking for stuff, right? Yes, the camera is not there, so very obvious, but in terms of the air conditioning and all that, right, it's very straightforward. So I appreciate that, right? It's rather easy to use. The funny thing is the graphics over here is not as nice as the graphics over here. I don't mean the quality, I mean the software. Just now as I was driving, this one is clearly showing me the roads, the buildings and all that in a very clear-cut manner as compared to this, right? Let me show you guys nearer. Look at that, right? This is a lot nicer than this. Okay, of course I'm gonna flip it back. Okay, gear lever, the BMW type, the one that I like, not the new BMW type. They give it a new take. You see, the BMW one, right, is straight up like that, so it's nice to hold. So Peugeot actually improve it slightly here, make it into this angle, so it's nicer to grab instead of going straight, right? This is a lot nicer. And then this one, so what is this? This looks familiar to those who drive Land Rovers, right? You have a rock mode, you have this and that, but actually, let me lower the air volume first. Okay, this one is a software control, traction control system that simulates it. So basically this car is front wheel drive, but Peugeot has developed a system whereby you're able to switch to different modes, and it uses software to control how the car reacts to your power input, right? For rock mode, off-road, snow, muddy, and on-road. Okay, so a very clever way to do things. And yeah, that's the cabin. Very nice cabin. Okay, so it's a nice drive. Handling, nobody doubts Peugeot. Comfort as well, great suspension. I think Peugeot and Ford is very similar. Their cars drive really well. Suspension is really well. And of course in Malaysia, Peugeot's brand acceptance is way higher than Ford. Okay, and Peugeot, I would say, is about Volkswagen or slightly lower, about there. But in terms of the interior design, panache and all that, right, this is a more sporty interior than the one in the Audi R8 now. It is a prettier interior than even the Audi R8. It's just that it's not built to the same level of Audi fit and finish. Alright, so there's a third row at the back, but you need to move the second row to optimize space in between the two. So what they have done is that they lengthened the 3008, and by sharing space with the middle row, both rows can sit adults, but you need to share, really share the space available. Yeah, I've reviewed this car before, but it's been, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, so Peugeot has a refreshed version, so they sent it over and asked us to give it a test. I've always liked this car. In fact, I prefer this over the 3008 because I don't think the two design differs that much. Very similar looking, good looking design, beautiful interior, beautiful exterior, wonderful drive, a very mature drivetrain. This engine and this gearbox no longer give you trouble, no longer give problems, because Peugeot has been running them for a very long time. 1.6 turbo, that's all you need. Very good strategy, I reckon. And yeah, I think the 5008 is one of my favorite in terms of this segment, about 170,000, a 7-seater family car. I think it's one of my favorites. Alright, in fact, I think yes, the Tiguan fit and finish is slightly better, and overall NVH, driving, suspension comfort and all that, they are both comparable. Volkswagen's cars, I think, yeah, the interior build, the solidity of it, the fit and finish is better, but the design is duller when compared to this, both exterior and interior. So this one gives you a more exciting design, I would say. Power wise, I think comparable, but in terms of slow driving, whether you get that little jerkiness or not, this one doesn't. The Tiguan has that. Other than that, what else? The CX-8 is the big challenger, right? It's so pretty outside, inside, the excellent build quality, material use, space. I think CX-8 is able to have 3 rows of adults, as compared to these, mostly the third row is, you need to optimize a lot to put an adult back there. Yeah, okay. Which one would I pick? This one over the Tiguan? I think Tiguan has the trays and all that. This one doesn't have the tray. This one has the hidden storage underneath. Let me show you. A lot of car reviewers don't show you that. This one is proper hidden stuff with. Take up the carpets. You see? So you can put cigarettes there and bring it into Singapore. So Singapore immigration, take note. Okay, that's a very good hidden compartment to put your contrabands. And what else? Blind spot warning. And you have, do they still have that little stock at the back? Peugeot used to put the music control on a stock behind the steering wheel. At first it's awkward, but once you get used to it, it's so intuitive. This is a remnant of that. It looks exactly like this. This shifter, you know, some buttons up and down at the back, at the front and all that. That's what I mean just now. We push this to the back to the max, and oh, these seats are plush, man. It's rather comfortable. And we maximize the angle, so you get a very good seating angle and leg room day-to-day driving. But for the third row, let me show you. So this is the nice looking design. Power tailgate. So this one has been fully fold flat, and this one, it was lifted up As you can see, the legroom is almost, let me show you. That's the amount of non-existent legroom that you have for now. Maybe a child can still sit here, but not an adult, definitely. For an adult to sit here, you need the second row to really shift up. But one great thing is, after you fold the seats, it's completely flat. It is one of those rare cars whereby both rows can go 100% flat. Alright? That's pretty good. And yeah. That's how the car looks. Okay. I like this car. I've always liked this car since day one. Yeah. Not much have changed because it's good looking enough to need not any change. So yeah, this is one of the good buys. Yeah, a good option. Okay. Yes, I know NASA has given up the Peugeot and Kia brand, but I'm very sure someone might take it up. They should take it up because it's a proper brand. Peugeot, credit to them, they have revived this brand in Malaysia. It's really NASA's credit. They revived Peugeot and Kia both. In fact, Kia has a better following than Hyundai in Malaysia, right? Okay, but Hyundai recently is getting pretty aggressive. I hope they continue that, because Hyundai makes proper good cars, build qualities that I think the Japanese can't match apart from Mazda. And yeah, okay, but I hope Hyundai have some of these panache in their design. See, this one is, the French go crazy with the design, but they know where they're going and it's tastefully done. Hyundai, oh, look at the Sonata. Oh, just wants to be different and ends up looking like a catfish or whatever. Alright, that's the 5008. Short review because I've done the full one. Cheers.